All right, let's journey back in time, shall we? Today we're exploring the magnificent Ghent Castle, a fortress in Belgium you might know as Gravenstein. This place is just dripping with power and history, and we're about to dive right into its incredible story. I mean, seriously, what if these 900-year-old walls could actually talk? Just imagine the tales they could tell. We're talking clashing swords, royal drama, whispered secrets. So today, let's try and listen in. Let's unpack the history of this absolutely amazing fortress. So, where do we even begin? Well, our story kicks off with the castle's very foundation. It was built to be this imposing fortress right in the heart of Ghent, Belgium, and its whole purpose? To project power. And the scale? It's just staggering. You've got over 50 towers and walls here. This wasn't just some fancy house. It was a statement, a loud, clear message of dominance. We're talking one of the most hardcore fortresses of its time. Yeah, its purpose was crystal clear right from the get-go. The powerful Counts of Flanders founded it back in the Middle Ages. And let me tell you, this was no fairy tale castle. Nope, this was a strategic stronghold, built to keep a tight grip on the city and, well, the whole region. Now, a fortress this epic wasn't just going to sit there and look pretty, right? For centuries, it was right in the thick of it all. Conflict, politics, you name it. It was the center of royal life. So the castle's story is one of constant change, of constant evolution. What started as that first medieval stronghold, it got a major upgrade in the 12th century. And by 1302, its defenses were so tough, it actually held off a huge siege by the English army. I mean, that's a real trial by fire, and it passed with flying colors. But it wasn't all about war. Beyond the battlefield, these walls held a court. This place was a seriously prestigious royal residence. It was home to some of the biggest names in medieval Europe. We're talking the Counts of Flanders and even the powerful Dukes of Burgundy. Okay, so let's head inside, shall we? Let's step through those gates. Because while the outside is all about brute force, the inside, well, that tells a totally different story. It's a story of incredible architecture, art, and constantly evolving styles. You can literally read the castle's history in its stones once you're inside. You've got these two totally different architectural styles living side by side. First, you see the heavy, rounded arches from its early Romanesque days. But then you also have the elegant, pointed arches and those soaring, vaulted ceilings from the later Gothic period. It's like a timeline of architecture you can walk through. And right at the heart of it all, you'll find the Great Hall. Just try to imagine this massive space with its ridiculously high ceilings and amazing stone carvings. It would have been echoing with the sounds of huge royal feasts and, the weight of some pretty historic decisions being made right there. But tucked away inside this fortress is another treasure, a stunning Gothic chapel. And it's not just a beautiful building, it's basically a time capsule. It's home to some of the oldest paintings in Europe. We're talking frescoes that date all the way back to the 14th century. Incredible. Every great castle has its secrets, right? So now we get to the really juicy stuff, the hidden details, the priceless collections that really make the history of Gravenstein pop. These days, the castle is also a museum, and the collection it holds is just wow. You've got priceless original works from Flemish masters. Think Jan van Eyck and Peter Bruegel the Elder. And right alongside them, a huge collection of iron and bronze armor that the knights who walked these very halls once wore. Even its defenses were super clever. That moat around the castle, it wasn't just a ditch filled with water. Nope, it was a whole system, constantly being fed by the nearby River Lye. That made trying to attack the castle a whole lot harder. But maybe, just maybe, the castle's biggest secret is actually buried underground. There's this whole network of secret tunnels dating back to the Middle Ages. They were like lifelines for defense, for escaping, for sending secret messages. Can you even imagine sneaking through those tunnels while a battle was raging outside? So it's pretty clear this medieval fortress has changed a lot over the centuries. Let's talk about what it is now, its modern identity, and why it's still so important today. And if you want to understand its modern appeal, just look at the numbers. Every single year, more than 500,000 people walk through these gates, every one of them looking to connect with a piece of the past. And believe it or not, the castle is still making history, even on the big screen. It's been a filming location for huge productions like Game of Thrones and the movie In Bruges. It's also officially recognized as part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and today it's this lively public museum and cultural center.
Look, a place this incredible doesn't just survive for 900 years by accident. It's still here because of a ton of careful, extensive restoration work. And today, it's protected by the Flemish region of Belgium, making sure it's around for all of us to see for years to come.
So you see, it's been a medieval stronghold, a royal palace, and now a cultural icon. This castle has completely reinvented itself over and over for 900 years. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What stories will these walls have to tell in the next 100 years?